Can you see me? Think this thing can see me. Hopefully a little bit better. Sorry, look like the darn thingy. Okay, great, cool. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and we're going to talk about Titans. Yes, that's right. We're going to be talking about Titans Annual #1. And like the title said, Titans Annual is a world. We're just living in it. Now, if you guys don't know, Phil Hernandez, he's one of the few people in DC that actually cares about Donna Troy. And reading this story submits that he really does care about this character, and he tries his best to like bring all of these origins of Donna Troy together and make it make sense. Let me see. I don't think I have it. Oh, no, I don't have it. But he tries to make everything make sense for Donna Troy. And what's kind of crazy is that, like I said, this character deserves a solo run. Not only does she deserve a solo run, she deserves to be more present in the Wonder Woman books. And like I said before, there should be a sensational comics out that focuses on, Wonder Woman stories along with supporting characters like Donna Troy. So in this story, this is about Donna Troy's long lost father and how she got a letter and she's trying to figure out um, if she's going to be able to meet her father. Spoiler: she doesn't meet her father. He actually died a few months ago. Um, I'm and this is just me. This is just me because basically, spoiler alert, the reason why her father didn't want to see her, what was his name? I don't remember if they have his name, but anyway, what's this man name? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. One. I forgot this man's name, and I don't even think they even got it on there. Hold on. We're gonna go. I'm gonna have to go all the way back. Let's see. So, because I want to get his name right quick, because I hate another thing. I hate in comic books how they'll mention a person's name like maybe once or twice, and throughout this entire story, they don't really refer to the person's name at all. Hardly. Let me see. Um, Lou. Yeah, Lou, Lou Rivera. Lou Rivera is his name. That's Donna Troy's father. Her her father, and then of course, she was I like how he actually remembered. I like how in this story too, they also remember that Troy was also adopted with another family, but stuff happened and that family had to give her back or whatever as well. So it's kind of cool how Philip Hernandez tie in so much of her origins and make it make sense. The only thing that I was surprised that he didn't was the Guardian Orb. Now, if you guys don't know, since I'm a Donna Troy fan, the Universal Orb is an orb that it's a orb that has like the mysteries and wonders of the universe, and Donna Troy is like of it because she's one of the few people who's like continuity and out of time things throughout all of the multiverse has been, and I forgot who it was that felt like Donna Troy was the most trustworthiest person to helm the Guardian Orb. And that was really cool. And I thought they were going to probably do a little bit more than that. And of course, she dealt with her when she died, the death and return of Donna Troy, and then she went to the Titans myth as well. Like it was really cool. He didn't mention that, but I'm just saying certain things that I thought would have made a little bit more. But the only issue I have, and it's not because I have a problem with it, but I feel like Phil Hernandez did this as like a sort of self-insert kind of thing. So if you guys know, Phil Hernandez is gay. Did not know that. I did not know that for years until like we got to the 2010s where, you know, once they allow, these comic book writers and artists to say what they want, then it's all about people's sexualities and gender and all that kind of stuff, right? So Lou is Donna Troy's father. Now he was with her mother Mary. They fell in love. Um, she got pregnant by him, and let me see, what was it? What was it? Dorothy, but that was his name. So Lou Rivera met Donna Troy's mother, Dorothy. They fell in love and they had a baby. But the problem is with Lou that he realized that he was gay. He was deep closeted gay. So he decided to leave Mexico City to try to find himself, to try to figure out, what's going on. And then that's how he met um Carlos. Um so Dorothy died. Donna was given up for adoption to the Hinkleys. The Hinkleys gave her back after some stuff happened at one of the orphanages. The place was burning. Wonder Woman took Donna Troy, took her to Paradise Island, and then was raised from then on as Princess Donna of Amazons, and treated as Wonder Woman's little sister, right? The only reason why I'm saying that it's a kind of a self thing because I'm just like, really, Phil, did you really have to come up with the reason why Donald Troy and the mom was because he was deeply gay. So he was gay. He went to Mexico City, found himself with Carlos, and then Carlos and him started a family. Um, but he was too afraid to to talk to Donna Troy, but was inspired by Donna after she was safe with Wonder Woman, became a firefighter. Really, Phil? Really, Phil? Is that the best? Is that the best thing you could have did for the character by saying, "Oh yeah, the reason why I wasn't there is because I was a closeted homo." Again, it feels a little bit projection, but again, at least you gave some kind of background to tie in all of the origins of Donna Troy. I mean, like I said, this is a celebration of Donna Troy. Like this is such a it's beautifully drawn. Um, it even talks about how when she was 19 and she decided to get married to Terry Long, and then they had a baby, Robert, and she lost Terry, Robert, and her stepdaughter. They died, and normally a lot of I mean, not comic book companies, but a lot of comic book writers actually ignored the fact that most Titan members had children, and a lot of their children died. Like I don't know if Tempest's child is still alive because Tempest had a child with Dolphin. Of course, Harper's daughter came back, Leah Harper. um we already know Starfire and Nightwing, their daughter is in an alternate reality, so that whatever. Beast Boy never had any children. Raven never had any children, and Cyborg never had any children, not that I'm aware of. A lot of Titans did because Bumblebee had a child as well. I don't even think they even remember that Bumblebee had a child too. So it's one of those kind of things. Like he also remembered that she had a son, and how she wanted to give him the best life. He also talked about like she also talked about how I love how they give me a second. They what was it? They show what Donna Troy does for her civilian stuff, where like she actually like started a studio and Starfire is the model or whatever and stuff like that. And that's another thing I think a lot of people forget. Like, in the New Titans, George Perez and Mark Wolfman, they literally gave these characters a lot to do outside and inside of the Titans. So it's kind of cool to actually see, hey, her company's still around. Starfire was one of her many talents or whatever and stuff like that. So it is pretty interesting to kind of see that as well. And we also see give me a second. We also see how she confronts Batman. She confront like Donna Troy confronts Batman about Robin and feeling abandonment or whatever, and how Bruce is very important. He looks to him as his father now because you took him in, and you can't. He think that you're going to leave him and abandon him or whatever, just because she had that same thing where she kind of like felt she disappointed her mother, Queen Hippolyta, and then she felt like she was going to be sent back because she got into, because she didn't make fun of her mother, and her mother spotted her, and then she was like, "Oh God, that means mother's going send her back," but that's not true, and that's what Hippolyta was trying to tell her. But the thing that I don't really like is that Phil Hernandez went back in the past and changed some of the costumes to modern updates, and it's just like, stop it. You know what Robin was wearing? He wasn't wearing no pants. um Donna wasn't wearing no pants neither. So this movie New 52 bullshit costume that y'all like to put on Diana, don't do that with Donna Troy, because that's not the outfit that she wore. She didn't even wear those kind of boots neither too. So other than that, that was my little issue with that part as well too. But of the fact that Donna Troy and Dick Grayson has a brotherly platonic love, because I know it's easier to kind of make it where, oh, maybe they should be lovers or whatever, but it's just like, no, they literally have a brother and sister dynamic. And I love how a lot of writers of lately have remembered that, because I think a lot of people seem to forget about that, and a lot of people seem to forget about Donna Troy in general. So they forget about the bonds that she created with Starfire and Raven. And no offense, with all due respect to the Teen Titans cartoon show, Starfire and Raven are not as close as Donna Troy and Starfire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, it it kind of bothers me that people tend to forget about that. And another thing too, that I also enjoy is that the many callbacks to her different eras of time or whatever, because they do talk about the different eras of time. They show how she got her powers and how they started the Teen Titans or whatever, and how she got her powers or whatever, and she had this conversation with Diana where she feels like she's like, Diana, I feel like you're my sister, and I don't know you as well as the world do. The world has you more than me and mother do, and it's just like, I feel like sometimes that mother is disappointed in me because of how good you are, and I feel like she's going to send me back to the orphanage. And Diana was like, no, you have it all wrong. I love that you're my sister. You are my little sister, no matter what anyone says. Um, Blood or not, you are my little sister, just like you are Queen Hippolyta's daughter. You are the princess of the Amazons. That is what you are. You know? But she's like, okay, but there's also one thing I do want to do. And they came and talked to Queen Hippolyta. She apologizes and let her know that she wants to journey to man's world with Diana. So I thought that was really, really cool and interesting to see how everything goes. I like how we have this echo of her son, Robert Long, constantly like kind of like, around in the area, whatever, where she can kind of feel his presence everywhere she goes, because she hasn't forgave herself for the loss of her son. And I get it. Like, you lose your son, you lose your son. It's a lot to process. And I know I'm jumping all over the place when it comes to this, but I really do thoroughly enjoy this book. I really do think people should. But see, you see what this is the problem right here, right there. She's wearing the movie costume, which doesn't make any sense because when Donna Troy was ready, Diana didn't have this costume. So to retroactively change the costumes that Donna Troy, Dick Grayson, and Diana had was an issue for me. But other than that, like I said, I had really much fun reading it, and it looks like you know is having issues with Roy Harper right now, which is kind of crazy because I think he just overdosed recently in the Green Lantern run. So I wonder if she's going to make an appearance on that because I didn't know they were dating right now. If anything, I prefer her with Kyle Rayner, honestly. Um, which honestly I'm surprised they didn't put Kyle Rayner on the team as well. Since they made a way where Wally West where they made Wally West not on the team. Ooh, wait, no, that character wouldn't work. Never mind. That character would not work because that character is not old enough to be on the right now. So never mind. But I would love to see Kyle Rayner make a return to the team because I just think that works. I think you need him on the team if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion with that because Kyle Rayner and Donna Troy are very close. So why not have them, especially if you're not going to bring back Tempest or Lilith or Bumblebee, which I would love to see Bumblebee back on the team. But I would also love to see Rayner on the team as well. Just my personal opinion, and it was another fun thing too that Phil Jimenez remembered was like all of the characters that were on the Titans around the time that Donna Troy was part of it, but they also remember Dula Dent, Joker's daughter. You know what I'm saying? So that was really cool to kind of see that as well. Just I mean, and look how meaty the book is. Very meaty. Like, hold on, let me see. I don't know if you guys can kind of see this, but look at that. That's very meaty for an annual, which I was surprised about too. It's like, oh my lord, look at how amazing and thick this is. But one thing for sure with this book proves that Phil Hernandez loved Donald Troy. Proves that she's a great character. Yes, she might be complicated, but she's really a good character, and it proves that this character should get a solo run. If any character needs a solo run out of the Titans, I've always rooted for Donna Troy. You know what I'm saying? Because you already got the Flash, you already have Nightwing and Titans, which is kind of crazy because if Nightwing is able to be in two books, Titan Nightwing, then I'm quite sure you can put Wally West in Flash, Justice League Unlimited, and the Titans book. Like that's just my personal opinion on the whole situation. It does, hey, it doesn't really matter to me. But I'm just saying, I just think you can do that, and um, Donna Troy can still have a solo run. You can have her have a solo run while also still being in Titans, and then you just have that. You just have those books cross over, and you can have like a Wonder Woman, Donna Troy, Titans, Justice League Unlimited crossover event, just to boost people's interest in Donna Troy. But if I was y'all, I would definitely get Phil Hernandez and let him write then because it looks like I say, it looks like he cares more about the character than anything else. And um I care about the character too. So I've always talked about caring about the character. And it's kind of crazy because after she talks to Carlos about everything and Carlos tells her about, maybe, Robert is there in spirit with you to guide you or whatever. And love is infinite, love is always there, and you should embrace it, but you should also move on too. That's basically what he's telling her. And she decides to go out on a date or whatever, and after she show her photographs, because she's also a professional photography, but she also has an art gallery that shows a lot of her pictures as well. So once she leaves, Carlos gets mad at this overweight ugly girl, and she was like, next time you're going to be meeting her when she comes over for dinner next time. And she was like, why? Because you're her sister. So I believe that could also lead to something. Like, the thing about the Titans books that used to aggravate me is that characters like Donna Troy and Cassie, who are the girls in general, is that a lot of their storylines that features them as the main characters would be in the Titans book instead of in the Wonder Woman books, or in sensational comics. The Titans book should be the team book, which is great. And yes, you should have moments where each character do might have something that it takes the team. But when almost all your character development is in those books instead of your mentors books, that's a problem. That's just how I look at it. But like I said, I'm kind of a little long winded with this one, but I think Donna Troy annual Titans #1 special from DC All In is really good. Like I said, it cementifies my love for Donna Troy, because I've always loved Donna Troy. And honestly, like I said, if I was DC, instead of giving a solo run to that terrible ass Trinity character that nobody asked for, Wonder Woman's daughter that nobody's asked for, right? Give it to Donna Troy, because I think Donna Troy really could. What I would do too is get Phil Hernandez to for it. Um, Even if you don't have him drawing, at least have him as a writer, because like I said, he the one who gets Donna Troy. And what we're going to do is we're going to do at least 50 to 100 issues. Like, it doesn't matter if the sales aren't really there. The whole purpose is to give her a solo run, explore with her, and do more things with her in general. You know what I'm saying? Even if fans don't really care about, Donna Troy, at least let her have a long running book, make it to 50 issues, and then after that you can end it. And then, but make sure that she at least have a run issue. That's just my personal opinion on that kind of situation. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Like I said before, if you haven't picked up this comic book, please pick up this comic book. It's a really good story. If you guys like Donna Troy and you like Phil Hernandez artwork, pick this book up. If you don't, I understand. All I'm saying is a really good tribute to Donna Troy. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everybody.